Mia Khalifa, currently on a platter like it don't matter. Do we crown Mia or do we clown Mia? It's time to get into it. Do me a favor and wipe your feet off when you step into a pimp's domain. Let's go.
But you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points but bitch you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping then bitch you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
Once again, y'all know how a pimp do. Been in these blocks, in these IG streets, stunting and hunting, looking for what I'm wanting. So I spins the bottle. And when I spins the bottle, when the bottle stops spinning, this time it lands on Mia Khalifa. Now, Mia is a young lady hailing from a little bit of everywhere, but originally from Lebanon, moved to the States as a little girl, been quite a few places and seen quite a few faces. Now, getting straight into it, when we talk about raw beauty, Mia is a petite young lady, right and tight, slim and trim, obviously a resident of Rack City. She got some GMOs when it comes to the racks, and she got some GMOs when it comes to the nose. But overall, a nice looking young lady. Definitely not somebody that most of y'all would kick out the bed. Now y'all probably wondering, Freeze, what about you, Freeze? Is Mia somebody that you would kick out the bed, Freeze? Listen, man, when it comes to Mia Khalifa, is she somebody that has a face that I could wake up to on a regular basis and look in the face when I wake up? It's a no for me, dog. Now don't get me wrong, Mia Khalifa is not an ugly chick. But does she have one of those faces that a pimp would just be pleased to wake up and look at on a regular basis? No, man, not for the Freeze. I mean, it could just be me and my unusual ass mind, but when I look at Mia Khalifa's face, I get raccoon vibes. Now, some people think raccoons are cute. Me, I can't stand them things. They always knocking over my trash cans. They always running through my trash, rummaging through the trash and leaving garbage everywhere. They just so inconsiderate. Look, man, if you're gonna go through my trash, at least clean up after yourself, man. If you're gonna feed off a pimp's garbage, the least you could do is not leave a mess. But yeah, man, when I see that face, that's the vibes I get. You might think raccoons is cute. I can't stand their asses. You might think Mia Khalifa's cute. I could stand Mia Khalifa, but her face just ain't all that for me. You dig? Presentation. Now, when Mia Khalifa does herself up, she can be very nice, man. I'm talking about, jaw-dropping, drop-dead gorgeous type of chick when she dresses up, right? The problem is, it's just a once-in-a-every-blue-moon type of thing. It's just a Halley's Comet type of thing for her to dress up and get fly. You dig? She strikes me more as like a, jogging pants and tank top, messy bun, lazy type of chick. And she gives me the impression that she's just not motivated to be fly. She may be pretty, but she's not very fly. Now, if Mia Khalifa was to one day find some motivation within herself to be fly on a regular basis, to step her presentation up, step her appearance up, hey man, she would definitely be a force to be reckoned with, even more so than she is now. To be continued on that note. Now, when it comes to personality, we gotta go back. We gotta go all the way back. See, when Mia Khalifa was young, she was overweight, and as a result of that, she was insecure about her weight, and she was often bullied about her weight by other kids growing up. So this made her socially awkward. She didn't have any friends, more than likely, and she probably wasn't any good at making friends because whenever she tried, she failed, and it more than likely resulted in her prospective friend becoming her bully. So when you have a socially awkward kid being raised by parents who most likely don't recognize it because they haven't taken that kind of interest in her to recognize it, and this kid grows up with the same problem that made them socially awkward, that made them the source of bullying, which is the weight, and carries this weight into adulthood, what you now have is a socially awkward child who has now become a socially awkward adult. Now, one thing about people with great personalities, usually they're pretty confident and secure within themselves. But Mia, for most of her life, was the opposite. So she might be a bit of a late bloomer when it comes to personality. Now, with the drastic change in her appearance from her childhood, I believe came a newfound vanity, and that vanity may have helped her in some ways. And that new vanity may come off as charisma. It may come off as sex appeal. It may come off as good communication and people skills. But ultimately, this new vanity is a defense mechanism to guard people from getting to that exclusive area, the area where that pain is, the area where the insecurity is, that hasn't been corrected, that hasn't been fixed, that hasn't been replaced with security and high self-esteem. So because of this, when it all boils down, the personality is not really where it should be. Now, character is definitely one of the stronger qualities of Mia Khalifa. She has a history of being involved in philanthropy, donating hundreds of thousands to different charities, and people from her homeland of Lebanon who have been affected by some horrific tragedies, man. Much props to Mia Khalifa for that. So she definitely doesn't mind helping people, but I think she could be a much bigger help to people if she took the time to understand people. And I believe that's an area that she struggles in because she struggles to understand herself. So it's difficult for her to understand things from other people's perspectives, which would unlock a new level of power within her that she didn't even know was there, if she was so inclined. But it all starts with her understanding herself better. So hopefully she gets to that point. I know she goes to therapy, as she's let be known in interviews. So hopefully she's getting to the point where she understands herself better so that she can be that much greater of a help to others. Value. Mia doesn't seem to have anybody in her life to whom she's important. Anybody who shows her love on a regular basis just for her being her and not for what she can provide to them financially. People in her life that express to her that they are proud of her. And where there's no love, no sense of importance, there's usually low self-esteem. And this is something that Mia has been very vocal about her struggle with. Low self-esteem.
Where were you like mentally in that state of your life?
Hated myself. There wasn't a version of me that I could see in the mirror and be okay with. I didn't see the person that was actually there in the mirror. I still saw that chubby girl that...
And I dig the fact that she is so vocal about it because people who hear her testimony are blessed by it in ways that she probably doesn't even know. Now, one thing we do know for sure is that Mia Khalifa's monetary value is definitely on point and definitely intact, you dig? And it only continues to get better with time. Checking it off TikTok, checking it off OnlyFans, checking it off other sources of social media, and most likely checking it in ways that we don't even know. But one thing's for sure that we do know is that the woman is definitely in her bag. Health. One thing Mia is definitely not a stranger to is good exercise and good eating. She obviously takes good care of her body. No signs of drugs, no signs of tobacco, no signs of alcohol. So her physical health is on point. But one thing that might not always be on point is her mental health. But just like maintaining a healthy body is a daily process, maintaining a healthy mind is a daily process. And she seems to have some sort of process in motion when it comes to her mental health. So hopefully all is good in that area. Strength. There's obviously some strength there when it comes to self-discipline, as can be seen by observing her fitness journey. But from what is known and shown, there's not very much strength when it comes to loyalty, when it comes to love, when it comes to long-lasting, solid relationships, whether that be with family, loved ones, or significant others. She keep trying to do the boyfriend and husband thing, man, but it just don't seem to be working out for her. In these cases, it seems to be a lack of strength on both sides, but who's to say? So to recap, raw beauty, petite, right and tight, resident of Rack City, GMOs with the racks, GMOs with the nose, face giving off kind of raccoonish type vibes, but definitely not an ugly chick. Presentation, when she wants to, she can be fine as hell, presentation can be on point, but most of the time it's plain Jane, uneventful, and most likely because she's lazy and unmotivated when it comes to being fly and having her appearance up to par. Personality, socially awkward kid that grew up into a socially awkward woman, changed her appearance and discovered a newfound vanity. That vanity might be mistaken for good people skills, charisma, sex appeal, and so forth, but ultimately a defense mechanism to keep people from recognizing the pain, recognizing the insecurity. Character, solid with the character in terms of giving back, donating to charities, and those affected by tragedies in her homeland, but has a hard time understanding and connecting and building with others because she has a hard time understanding herself. Value. No family or loved ones to whom she's important. Struggles with low self-esteem, but doesn't struggle with that bag. Monetary value definitely on point, you dig? Health. Takes care of herself. Eats right. Puts love in her body. No signs of putting hate in her body. But while the physical health is on point, the mental health is a daily struggle. Work ethic. Not lazy when it comes to getting to the money. Goes hard. Not lazy when it comes to fitness. Goes hard. The go hard seems to be a recurring theme here. Strength. Strong with the self-discipline. Strong with the responsibilities, but not strong in relationships with family or loved ones or significant others. So after review, does Freeze think Mia took a shower today? I'ma have to say, no, man. I don't think Mia took a shower today. Y'all gotta understand, that chick be at the house a lot, man. And I think that oftentimes she be at that house, moving around, getting so caught up in what she doing, that sometimes she don't take a shower when she's supposed to. She's one of them cute chicks that just don't always be in the shower. But that can be fixed, you dig? So do we crown Mia or do we clown Mia? Man, we gonna go ahead and put that crown on Mia's head today, you dig? She's a cool chick. She just got some things to work on, but no different than the rest of us, you dig? Hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freeze is it. Put some love in your body, and I'll holla.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up, run it up. And we'll be coming up, really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. Ready, set, ho. You gon' check her back the same night. Now you breaking tricks and handling thousands. While these bitches on the blade doing the mannequin challenge. Standing there looking stupid cause they has no game to hit a trick with, bitch, and that's so lame. Now come and take a sip of